newborn turns a week old today at 3:44. He's sleeping, or maybe he's waking up. He's due for some feeding, so maybe he'll wake up for us. He had to be tested for his bilirubin levels. When he was born, it was a C-section. I tried to go naturally. If you've seen the birth vlog, you'll see all that in there. But I just apparently couldn't go natural, so that's okay. When they took him out, he had swallowed amniotic fluid that had meconium in it. Meconium is where they poop inside of the sac, and when he swallowed the fluid, it had some poop in there. So he came out with jaundice, not a lot of jaundice, like it was very minimal. So they did testing, and they're like, his numbers are elevated, but they're not off the charts. They're not past the numbers that we would require him to be like under a light therapy or anything like that, which is good. So they sent us home, and like 2.5, 3 days later, they sent us home, and we, the very next day, had to go up to our local hospital and get more testing done. So they poked his little foot again, got more blood, sent that back out. The doctor still wasn't happy with the reading, so the very next day, we had to come back to the hospital and do that again. And I haven't heard nothing since then. That was Tuesday, maybe? I don't even know what day it is anymore. Could be Sunday. I think it was Sunday. I'm not sure. Yeah, Sunday was the last day that we did the testing. My days just go in. I don't even know. But I haven't heard nothing back. He has been pooping and peeing like crazy. So chances are it's completely out of his system. His eyes aren't yellow. His skin is not yellow. We've been outside yesterday. He was obviously 6 days old yesterday, since today's a week. And we went to the beach. Granted, I did not go in the sun. I sat in the shade with him, and my kids collected rocks and played in the water, which my husband said the water was pretty cold, but kids are kids. Their thermostat is a little differently wired than us adults. I think it would take me a week to warm up after being in that water. But here we are. My kids are at their grandmother's, and my husband is doing some running, and he's been home with me this whole time. He's been great. He yells at me if I try to do laundry. He yells at me if I try to do dishes. Like, I'm strictly meant to just sit on the couch, I guess. I don't know. I have post C-section swelling. Like, I remained so skinny. Like, my feet were so skinny this whole pregnancy. And now they're like triple the size that they were. And they're uncomfortable, and my ankles look like elephant legs. Like, I just don't like it. It's mentally getting to me. And for the first couple days, I actually had some postpartum depression where I cried just over anything. I think it's still kind of there. Like, sometimes I just want to cry for absolutely no reason. Like, I don't have any like thoughts of hurting anybody or shaking him or raging out or anything. It's just, I just want to cry, which we went to my son's first week appointment yesterday, and the doctor asked me how I was doing. He is a retired OB, and he does family practices now in our town. And he's like, I don't pay attention to just the babies. I pay attention to the mothers, because they've just been through a whole lot. Whether it's a vaginal birth or a C-section, your hormones are adjusting. And I told him, well, this is what's going on, but nothing major, like nothing I feel like I should be worried about. And he's like, that just sounds like your hormones. He goes, I wouldn't say you're in postpartum depression yet. He goes, that's when all other factors start to come in, like your rage, and when you're done crying, you want to be mad, and you have suicidal thoughts of yourself or the baby, which I have none of those. I just want to cry. I don't know. It's so weird, because I never had this with the girls, so it's so weird. But he is absolutely perfect. I remain as grateful as possible, because there's so many people out there that struggle with fertility, and then they get that baby and, you know, a sleeping baby is born, or they lose it halfway or something, you know, like I've had 2 miscarriages. It's mentally, it hurts you. So I completely sympathize with those people. And I remain so grateful because I know that at any time, anything can happen. He can be taken from me. Any of my kids can be taken from me, even my husband. And that's kind of like terrifying, that at any second, everything that you love is gone. Now I'm getting a little philosophical, I guess. I don't know. It's not how this vlog was meant to be. If you are new here, my name is Stephanie. I do vlogs of my life and my family, except for my husband. He doesn't like being on there, so I either blur him out or I cut him out. So I kind of look like a single mom, but I'm not. I'm happily married. I just respect his wishes to not be vlogged. But today I'm just talking about the first week of being home. I did not videotape anything. I just adjusted. And my breastfeeding journey is not struggling, but my milk is still trying to come in. So I've been pumping and nursing on demand, and he's cluster feeding, and I did have to use a little formula in the beginning only because of his said jaundice. They said it would make him poop more because apparently breastfeeding, you don't poop as much. And I do remember my girls not pooping as much. Like they took as much nutrition from that milk and used it, and they did poop, but it wasn't like a lot of poop. So they wanted him to poop a lot so it would pass out all that jaundice and stuff, run through his system and whatever. So I am no longer supplementing. He is just strictly off me, or if I make a bottle, that way my husband or one of my kids can, you know, try to feed him, because my oldest is 8 and she's just over the moon. Can I please feed him? Can you make a bottle? And I love it. It's great. I love that she's so in tune with it. And so that's not a struggle, and I'm hoping it remains not a struggle. But with my first one, I struggled to create. In my second one, I was like a cow. Like I overproduced. It was amazing. So I'm hoping I'm that way with this one. And I mean, he doesn't cry. He seems to be happy. So I'm guessing he's getting everything he needs. I have taken a week off of maintaining my looks. Most of the time in my videos, you know, my eyebrows were done, my face had makeup on it, my hair was either curled or done up nicely, and, you know, I got like this, whatever this is going on, it's not even a messy bun, it's just there, and my eyebrows aren't done, and I got like these crazy circles, like, holy cow. But, you know, obviously I've had showers and hygiene. I still smell good. I just don't look good. And I think that's something that I'm gonna force myself back into, because I honestly have no urge to like want to curl my hair or want to put makeup on or even want to put moisture on my skin. Like I don't have that urge to do that. So I think that's something I'm gonna have to force myself into, because I do want to look healthy. Like I feel like I look like a zombie, which, I mean, obviously lack of sleep. I'm only getting like maybe 3 hours of sleep at night, if that. And then he's up and he's cluster feeding and he loves to be held. But he's really good at not being held. Like, look at that face. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. We're so blessed, and I'm so grateful. I've probably said that word a million times so far in this vlog, but I'm just so grateful. I tried so hard to have that VBAC, and my body just was like, no. Like if you watch the birth vlog, I was having contractions. They were like spike, spike, spike. Like they were one right after the next, and I could feel them, and I was like, wow, this is what contractions feels like actual contractions, because I had C-sections with my girls. I had preeclampsia so bad. my body never did what it was supposed to do. And apparently it's never going to do what it's supposed to do. So I told them, I made it to 15 on the drip, and I said, check me, have the doctor come in and check, see if there's any, changes. My cervix was closed when I came in at 5:45 that morning, and they checked me around 1 p.m. and I was still closed. And they're like, there's no changes. It's been like 6 hours and there is no changes. And I'm like, just do the C-section, set it up, let's do it. Obviously, my body's not going to do it. Even with all these contractions, my body is not doing it. So we just set it up and we did the C-section. As I mentioned before, I have post swelling in my feet and my ankles. And I mean, it is so bad. Like, press in and that sucker stays in there. You can't even see the divot, but I mean, it is ridiculous how swelled I am. And I don't get it. It's kind of like everywhere. It's even on my legs. Like, it goes up to about here, and then that's where it stops. I've been doing like ankle circles and all kinds of stuff. Toe taps. I did so good. Now I feel like I have elephant ankles. And seeing my feet and my legs the way they are, they kind of like mentally are messing me up. Like, yes, I get it. 7 days ago, I just had a baby. I just have all these hormones rushing through me right now. I have an abdominal binder that I've been wearing for my stomach because, well, I'm pretty self-conscious about that. And now I got my ankles looking like elephant legs. I'm like, my feet were so freaking skinny when I went into that hospital, but they also pumped me with 2 bags of some kind of fluid and then a whole bag of Pitocin. And then I went in for surgery, and then they had another bag afterwards for me in the hospital, or in my room after the surgery. And I mean, it was just so much fluids I took in, but as much water as I'm drinking, because I'm nursing, you have to drink as much water as possible. I'm literally downing quart-sized mason jars, like 1 every hour. And I feel like when I have to pee, like my bladder does not hold it. Like, thank God I'm wearing these like adult diapers, because obviously there's a lot of free flow going on right now that I I need to run to the bathroom as soon as I feel it. I cannot hold it. Like, my bladder is like, peace out. We did our job a long time ago. You're on your own now. And so it's like, if I feel it right then and there, I gotta go to the bathroom, or I'm literally gonna start piddling my pants before I even make it. Like, I'm hoping that changes. Like, definitely do some pelvic floor exercises to strengthen that crap back up, because I'm not peeing my pants. And in the birth vlog, I know I mentioned this a million times, but, excuse me, sorry. The nurses, the doctors, the anesthesiologist, they were amazing. Even the surgical team, like, there was this girl, she was part of the surgical team, and she was standing in front of me, and she's like, okay, you're gonna have to hunch over so we can put, numb you in the back, and then put the spinal tap in, like, your back. So I hunch down, and I have lordosis. So, like, my spine is completely fine, and then once you get towards the tailbone, it curves in, like, a lot. So where they would normally put, like, the epidural or a spinal tap, you have to go up a little bit. And the way that it's curved, my discs are small. So there's more bone than disc. And so when they tried to, like, put the spinal tap in, they were, like, hitting my bone. And oh my God, like, that was uncomfortable. And they poked me 4 times altogether with, 8 times with the numbing and the spinal tap, because they had to numb it in 4 different spots, because they tried the spinal tap in 4 different spots. And finally on the 4th try, they finally got it in. But I mean, it was horrible. Like, I've never had a spinal tap go like that. And the anesthesiologist was so, like, he felt so bad. I'm so sorry. I know this hurts. I know you don't want me to do this no more. And obviously he has to do it, because I don't want to feel being cut open. Like, if I'm having a C-section, nobody wants to feel that. So he felt so bad. And out of my 2 other births, He is the only anesthesiologist that came back and checked on me those 2.5 days I was still in the hospital. Like every day he came back and he was like, how you feeling? How's your back feel? Do you got any pain? Is your legs feel weird anywhere? Does your spine like have any weird feeling? Like he was absolutely great. The nurses were amazing. I did take them their nurses' baskets and they loved them. And they ended up sharing them with everybody, which is great. And I remain so grateful for them. Like they were so good. And the one surgical tech, she was in front of me and she's like, just squeeze my arm. And, the more he poked me and moving it around in my spine, trying to get it like in the right spot, I'm grabbing her like in her arm, like right here, and I'm grabbing her forearm. And I'm literally like ready to rip it off this little girl's body because she was tiny. And I was gripping her so hard and I told her, I'm like, I'm so sorry. By the time we were done, I turned into a total soft bag. I was crying because it freaking hurt. I was trying to be like so tough and I could not be tough. So I was like crying and she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, just squeeze. It's okay. I'll be okay. And I told her once they finally got it in, I'm like, I'm so sorry if I left bruises. Like I was really squeezing her and they all felt really bad, but they were amazing. They were comforting the whole time. They're like, you're doing great. We know this is painful. Just keep taking that breath. Keep hunching over it. Like, you're doing amazing. Remember, this is all for your boy. And like, obviously I know that, but it's just so great to have somebody there in your corner, because my husband couldn't come in yet. He couldn't be in there until I was like, not sedated, but like completely numbed. And they had the tarp up and they were ready to go. And my doctor, he was like, you're looking at me really panicked because I'm wiggling my toes and they put the blue tarp up by my face. And I'm like, okay, that's a sign that they're going to start cutting. Like once that tarp goes up, that's like they're ready to start cutting and I can feel my toes. Like I'm physically moving them back and forth. So in my mind, I'm like, they're going to cut me open and I'm going to feel all this. So he immediately seen the look on my face and he's like, what's the matter? He's like, talk to me. You look panicked. And I'm like, I feel my toes. Like I'm wiggling them right now. And he goes, well, I'm not cutting you open yet. You trust me on this. I will poke you and pinch you and squeeze you with whatever applicator needed to make sure you feel nothing. And the anesthesiologist did the same thing. I don't know what it was, but it looked like, or I didn't see it, but it felt like a toothpick. Like he was kind of like picking me across my chest and he's like, you feel that? And I'm like, yeah. And then he would come down towards like underneath my breast and he would poke me on my stomach there. And he's like, you feel that? And I'm like, yeah. So then they'd wait a little bit and then they do it again. And I'm like, no, I don't feel it. And then next thing you know, the doctor's like, you feel me pinching you here? And he's like, I did not feel it. So I said, no. And then he was like, good, because these clippers have teeth on them and they're really digging you. So I was hoping you wouldn't feel that. I'm like, well, that's good to know. So they really do test you, like, to make sure, which they did with my first two, but he was definitely more thorough than the doctors I had before him. So like, if this is not our last, which honestly in my heart, I don't want it to be my last, but in my mind, I'm like, I'm 36. Like this should probably be my last, but I'm not ready for it to be my last. I know it sounds so weird, but I'm not ready at all. So if it's not my last, he will definitely be my doctor again. Overall, we are all doing amazing. He is thriving, absolutely thriving. He's gained weight. At his appointment, he gained 6 ounces, so that's good. I'm still at the weight I was at because I got freaking elephant ankles and post C-section swelling, and I still look like a beached whale. So that's cool. My body did not snap back like some of these other girls on TikTok or YouTube, and they're like, oh, my body's back. Yeah, mine did not come back. So we'll just have to work at that. And my kids are so excited. They fight over him all the time. I want to hold him. No, I want to hold him. I want to feed him. My oldest is 8, and she goes, I want to change his diaper. And I'm like, oh, good, because he just pooped. Let's go change him. I take off the diaper, and she sees the poop. She goes, I'm not ready for this. I can't do this. And I said, that's okay. I'm like, I'll do this. So she was definitely not ready. She was not what she thought it was going to be, I guess. It was so funny though. And, my husband's been great. He's been taking this whole time off. He is amazing. I am so blessed, and I still remain, again, that word, grateful. I really am. All I need to do now is concentrate on getting back to wanting to do my hair and my face and putting cleansers on. And, you know, when I get out of the shower, my routine was to put on a face moisturizer and eye brightener and style my hair. And now I get out of the shower and I let my hair air dry and it goes right up into this. And I'm like, I can't keep doing that. Like, I need to get back to myself. I need to get rid of these bags. I need to sleep more. I need to get back to myself. So that's my next goal, is to want to get back to being myself again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you're new here, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe. And it's just videos of my small town lifestyle and my family, and I love it. And I plan on continue doing it because I do enjoy it. So if you've seen this, leave a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I look forward to doing more videos and hopefully commenting with some of you guys. That would be pretty cool to interact with you guys. So don't be afraid to comment or something, because I like that. Thanks for watching, and take care, everybody.